If you're coming in, I'm just getting set up. Come on, baby. Let's go. Good job, April. Fearless protector. Oh. Hi, Alcatraz. Okay. Alright. Come on, Badger Boo. You ready to eat some food? Eat some Wawa? Come on, handsome. Hey guys, if you're in, I'm just getting set up. I'll be in a minute or two. You're not in? Okay, cool. Drop a hi if you're in, just to say hello. I am Lara Joe, SirenSong Lover. It's a hard knock life for us. Like I say, just getting set up, getting wiped down, getting the party ready, getting the crew fed, including myself. I'll be doing that in a minute. And right now all you see is my butt. That's okay too. Anyhow. Okay. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. It's been adventurous here, as always, in the spiritual realm, in the spiritual world. Lots of moving parts, lots of things going on. That's okay. More to talk about. For us. I don't know why I'm singing Annie today, but maybe that's the whole point. Or Anne, maybe that's the whole point. I don't know. Okay. Hello, hello, it's Lara Joe. I know I was away for a minute while I was getting everything all together. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Come on in, come join the party. Let me know how it's going. If you're here, if you're not here. Let's see. Okay. Let me get my stuff set up. Okay. Don't switch. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Okay. All right. So, hello, hello, hello. Okay, well, nothing there. All right. Just gonna sit and eat and hello. I am Larry Joe. Too scared. Oh, hey, cottage country. Oh my gosh. It's been eventful, and that's beautiful, but how's your weekend going? I know. Okay, so that was beautiful for me this morning too. I had some lurker ops this morning, which maybe doesn't make sense, but I did. And so instead of hiding in the house like I normally would, I was out in the yard doing a lot of release work. And yeah, so the weather was beautiful. I was out there. I was almost actually too warm this morning out there, and I was like, maybe I should strip down, but I'm like, you know what? I know I'm gonna get cold later. So yeah. I was happy it was warm. It was just weird. I was like, okay, well, this is beautiful. I get to be out. I was out barefoot, grounding in the yard, like dancing to music and living it up. So that's what I try to do. When people are hating on me or giving me a hard time, instead of buying into it, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to be outside, shaking my hips and letting it go, because it ain't worth it. Like, these people aren't worth stressing out over. I don't know if that makes any kind of sense, but yeah. So, hello. Hope you're having a beautiful day and enjoying the weather. And we're here. So, anyway, yeah. I got some food, so I'm going to be eating with you guys while we get into it. I've been just kind of moving since I started today, like between recording and releasing energy and processing through information. So it's been a fun day. When I talk about having people that like are bothering me, today I watched it in action. I watched somebody that normally like cruises by my house and does some like sound pollution stuff, and today I watched him go by. I got really mad, and then I watched the sheriff like haul ass right behind him, and then not even 30 seconds later I heard the sirens, and I'm like, ooh, maybe those people that have been harassing me are finally gonna be caught up to their shit. So yeah, I don't know if that, like I say, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I was like, okay. But when I went out, I'm such a weird girl, but when I say like I get messages from the birds, like little bird sent me a message after yesterday's live. I got off and took the dog out for a walk, and there was a huge, I think it was a vulture in my yard, and I was trying to get a picture of him, but my dog is not so smart, and so I wanted to try and get closer and get like a really good picture of him, but I got a decent one, and he took off, and he had like a little squirrel in his claws, and because squirrels kind of are synonymous with some of the people harassing me, and yeah, so I was like, okay, the universe told me like, hey, there's a bigger bird of prey that's taking care of these little guys that are harassing me. These squirrels are also tearing apart my house, so I'm like, you know, my message from the bird is it's all being taken care of. Yes, and like I say, I have a lot of squirrels, and then they get in my house, like they're in the fucking walls, which is, and to try and get that taken care of was ridiculously expensive. So like I say, when I went out and there was a huge, and I can pull up the picture and show you, it was really, like I didn't get a picture of the squirrel in it, but I did get a picture, like I say, of the bird. He was big, he was pretty. I was like, I wish I could have gotten closer, but my dog wanted to get closer, and I'm like, oh, that's not, we don't. So when I say, I literally sometimes, like a little birdie told me, it literally is that. It's like, okay, you know what? This is being taken care of by a higher power. I don't need to worry about it. So I don't know if that sounds really grim and archaic, or if that makes any sense, or I don't know. Being in the spiritual world, I get all kinds of messages and downloads and information. So this was the guy that was in my yard. And they don't normally get, like, I don't normally have birds of prey like that in my yard, but he was in my yard. And I'm like, they do, though. They nest. I have a lot of birds of prey that nest around my house, and I actually love that. I know that sounds, again, grim and archaic, but I have a love for the birds that help clean up the mess. So, I don't know. So, like I say, it was funny that I had that guy yesterday, so close and in my yard and cleaning up pestilence like squirrels. But then today, like I say, when that guy, because I have a bunch of people that drive by my house, and like I say, they make all kinds of noise and they're annoying and all kinds of hours. And today, I woke up today and I was like, this shit changes today. And as I was sitting out there, like I say, I heard this guy go by, and right when he got past my house, he like laid on so that his engine would be really loud. And then not even right after that, I watched Sheriff like fly down behind him, and then they just sprinted around the corner, and then I heard whoop whoop, and I'm like, cool. That like these people that have been harassing me, their time is up, hopefully. But yeah. And then when I went out today, I do talk about it, but I don't really talk about it. When I went out today, there's this lot that is unused, but there were trucks over there, and some of them looked like they were wearing like military like BDUs, and I'm like, so that's why I went out to go stretch and do shit in the yard, because I'm like, you're not gonna scare me. You're not shit. So yeah, it's really interesting. I also my dog hurt me today, and that was a weird little situation. But I was like, yeah, that's people trying to hurt me and mark me, and I'm like, that's not gonna work either. Those, luckily, he hurt me twice, and those healed so freaking rapidly, and I'm like, why do you guys keep trying to hurt me? Why do you guys keep trying to mark me? Like, you know, understand that just makes the universe and God and source that protects me even more pissed off. So I don't know if any of all of that makes sense, but life is definitely lifing as a high priestess. Like, I'm having a lot of shit happen around me, and I'm like, I'm probably the most boring person in the freaking world, so I don't really understand why people want to mess with me. Like, I don't go out, I don't cause a scene, I don't so why am I being watched so hard? So, anywho, and I know the answer to that, but that's a complex situation. So, yeah, it's never a freaking dull moment. I did, like I say, go out and do a lot of great energy clear and grounding and work. So, I've come to the conclusion that I am coal, and depending on how I'm used, whether I'm fuel for the fire or a diamond, is up to how much pressure is put on me. I play both parts. I'm really good at both parts. So people that try to fuck with me, I'm like, you really picked the wrong one, man, because I don't crack. I turn into fuel, or like I say, I turn into precious. So I don't know. And again, maybe that all sounds just out there, but that is how my life is going right now. I'm like, can you guys find something better to do with your life than watching, harassing, trying to mess with me? Anywho. Yeah. What are you up to today? What are you doing grand in life? What are you having fun with? Are you getting out to play? Because that's the big thing too, is you have to play and relax and enjoy and shake your hips. Like, today's exercise was shaking my hips, because even though people are messing with me, I don't care. Like, there are zero fucks given. I'm just going to dance. Like, the more pressure they throw on me and the more they try to make me panic, I'm like, you know what? We're just going to dance. We're going to play. We're going to have fun and do this. I love to say that when my voice can't work, my middle finger stands up for me. So, I don't know. Like I say, maybe that makes sense. Maybe it makes no sense. Maybe, I don't know. And when people ask me why I'm so angry, I'm like, because they've given me every right to be angry. They keep messing with me when they were told to go away. And they didn't listen. Anyway, okay. Well, I'm going to take a bite into this quesadilla and see what we have here. I had to go out to get some herbs. I was like, okay, we're going to make a nice tea. So I may do a double. I may read again later tonight. And tonight we'll just brew some tea. I'm going to brew a beautiful tea and sit down and chat with me kind of thing. So, right. Get out of my face, bro. Go. This is not for you. Not for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see. I've never tried this place before, so. Mexican food where I moved to is not the same. They put this like nasty cheese sauce on a lot of their stuff, so I'm thankful it's not that right now. Ooh, I almost set shit on fire. Cool. Cool. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna take a few more bites. If you're in, say hello. Cottage Country, are you still in, or did you go on? Ooh. You're not to be over here, bro. Badger. Yep, thank you. Bye-bye. I don't want to share this with you. Sorry, bro. It'll hurt your stomach. It's gonna hurt my stomach, too. Hey. Thank you. Mind your business. Yeah. Okay. Bro, chill out. I am not ready for the cold. I can say that. I don't do cold. All these boys being like, I love snow. And I'm like, yeah, no. No thanks. It's not for me. It makes me miserable. So I was glad today was a warm day. A moderate day. It was beautiful. So, yeah. And to be fair, this is actually pretty delicious. More surprising than I thought it would be, I guess. Yeah. Anyhow, okay. Anywho. Ooh, it just got hot. Okay, we may eat some more of that in a little bit. I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. There you go. There you go, my baby. Baby badger. Oh, baby. Okay. Well, let's see what we got today. All right. Okay. All right. Let me check this. We're going to pull from the messages from Spirit Oracle, just to start off. And then we'll see what other information we need. Okay, stars, navigation, 37, which adds up to 10 or 1. We need to be using our own internal compass to find our way home. So right now especially, we need to be following our intuition and saying, how am I getting home? What is the path to get there? And that's internal guidance. Let's see, what else? Tobacco, reciprocity, which is 39. It's 12 or 3. So reciprocity, how are you paying back into yourself? How are you asking others to pay back into you? Are you commanding your worth? Are you commanding the price that you know you're worth? And are people paying you? If they're not paying you, then you need to go. Hurricane, centered. It's 18, which breaks out to 9. So coming back into what you need and want. So in order to figure out how you need to be filled, like your cup filled, you're going to have to figure out what you need and want. That requires tapping into you and feeling what you need, what's best for you, how you need to be nurtured, watered, all of that jazz. All that jazz. I'm feeling very musical today, which is beautiful. That's how universe speaks in a lot of ways, is music. Because it's a way that our brain understands it. So how are you tuning in, tapping in, and turning on to what at your core you need to find stability, safety, and home? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Owl, intuition, which is 28, breaks out to 10 or 1. Again, how are you going back to square one? How are you listening to you, not everyone else outside of you? You can come to a reader and we can give you guidance, but ultimately you're the one who has to decide. If it fits, it sits. If it does not apply, let it fly. That requires knowing you, what you want, not what your mama wants, not what your daddy wants, what you want. Okay, fire, intensity, which is 15 or 6. 6 has to do with a lot of the past. How are you reviewing in the past what didn't work for you or what burnt you out? And how are you asking for better or asking for new? Use your spark to be able to figure out what in the past was best for you and what you need going forward. I can't give you that answer. I can give you a clue, but I can't give you that answer because it's ultimately up to you. All right. Let's see. Ooh, sleepy, sleepy. Oh, it's stinking black-eyed peas. Don't stop the party in my head right now. Probably because I was like, I'm over here, I'm sleepy. But I'm like, don't stop the party. Crystal quartz, focus. It's 8, infinity. You need to focus, you need to hone in on what you want. Keep your eye on the prize. Don't look at all of the obstacles. Keep your eye focus on the prize. Okay. Crystal quartz also associated with like purity, cleansing. How are you using focus, clarity, and cleansing to decide what you do and don't want going forward in your life? Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Might as well just, okay. Ocean or desert, thirst, which is 10 or 1. You need to figure out what you want, what quenches your thirst. And it all goes back to 1. It all goes back to the start. What do you want? What do you need? You, as one person, need to decide that. Okay. I guess that's like what the heavy message is. And then water, lifeblood, 41 or 5. So 5 is about needing change, needing to shake up the platform, shake up the foundation, and change. So that's beautiful. Like whatever you're doing in your life, you need to shake it up. You need to change, let it go. Rain is 29, 11, or 2. It's renewal. How are you letting your tears wash away your pain? How are you letting the waters in life renew your soul, renew your spirit, renew what you need to do? April showers bring May flowers. So when we have that rain, we are bringing forth new life. Let it wash away anything in your life that does not make sense or fit for you anymore. Okay. Let's see what else. All right. I'm gonna switch decks for right now. And sleepiness is something today. All right. And then before I put this away, it's Earth at the bottom, and that's home. So 14 and 5. So Earth is an anagram for heart, and heart is home. So Earth is home. How are we tending to Earth? How are we tending to our heart? Are you tending to your heart? Are you tending to your home and your Earth? Are you letting yourself or others tear apart your life and your home and your heart? Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So sleepy. I always think like, oh, I'm gonna get a nap. I never do. Or I'm gonna rest. I never do. I always say I'm gonna rest before I come in for another read, and I never do. There's always too much to do, which is what that is. I think that's like, for me as a mom, that was always the curse. There's always too much to do and never enough time to do it, and only me. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to pull from the Rose Oracle. Let's head that way. And I think that, so Rose is known with love. Rose is associated with Venus. It's associated with beauty, romance. So let's tap into the Rose Oracle and see what wisdom is needed there. Let's see. Just messing around here. Okay. Oracle doesn't want to speak. That could be too. Feeling very quiet right now, and that's okay. Okay, not that many. It's always annoying when 80 million cards pop out, and it's like, wait. Not all that. Not all that energy. And sometimes we do need all of that energy. Open, say yes, expand through the universe, trust life. Okay. Open up to life. Okay. So open, say yes, expand through. Oh, it says not through the universe. It says expand through the extremes and trust life. Yes, that's valid advice. Like, even when things, like how I spoke on being coal, like being both the fuel or the diamond, depending on how that pressure is exerted or needed, you have to be willing to go through the pressure and through the extremes to be able to transform, alchemize, transmute, manifest, however you want to look at it, into a bigger life. You have to know, yes, this is painful, but if I expand past it, I'll get to where I need to be. Let's see. Okay. After the rain. Silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. Okay, so once that storm passes, the sun will come out. We've been singing on that with like Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow. When you are brave enough to get through the hardest day, and it really is darkest before dawn, when you wake up, there's a silver lining. There's new hope. There's new life. So be willing to get up after that storm and keep going. Keep growing. Don't let it be what ends you. Let it be the fuel for your next mission, your better life. Take all of those pieces that you want to keep and keep them, and release yourself from all the things that do not fit you. Okay. Tyler, the Creator, After the Storm is, I actually really like that song. That's been playing on repeat for a little bit for me. And there was a great debate with me and some other people in my life about the lyrics for that song. The Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Okay, the Great Mother. So we're going to interpret this as like the divine cosmic womb, and that, or the void. Surrender to the void. When it's really dark and you're super scared and you just want to scream into the void until all of that's bubbled up inside of you releases. Because when you release, like when you trust in that embrace, you'll be okay. Okay. So the Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Okay. Let's see what else. Bobby girl. Bobby. Thank you. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Bobby girl. We not. see. Apparently this deck is very quiet. Okay, let's see if there's anything else. Anything else other than my unruly kitty chewing on my boot strings, because she does that. Okay, let's see. Okay. The Sun. Joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, and play. When you bring all of your pain, your heartache, and you give it up, then the sun will come out tomorrow. So I love how it went from after the rain to embrace and the Divine Mother and the sun. It's all coming back to life. It's all a cycle. When we look at plants and growing, it's all cycles. We must have the rain, we must have the sunshine, we must have the dark, all in order to grow. So don't fear all of that, or don't fear the change or the transformation. The Anointed, answer the call, leadership, empowerment, soul gifts. When you are willing to do the work, the hard work, you will realize that you have a different anointing. Answer that call. Many will be called, few will answer. Are you brave enough? Are you courageous enough? Do you need to rest? If you need to rest, that's fine too. You can answer the call. Just rest for a minute, okay? I promise. You can cuss, you can cry, you can scream. Just don't give up. You can cuss, you can cry, you can scream, you can rest. Don't give up. Okay. And then the Anointed. Okay, well, apparently those are the messages that we can get out of the Rose Oracle. So let's see what the next step is. The energy is just very heavy today and very chaotic, and I don't know. I think it really is a great day for resting, breathing, relaxing. The shadow. Okay. The shadow and the offering. All right. Okay. When we answer the call, when we have an anointing on our head, we must be willing to offer up what we can. So if you answer the call and the offer is like the divine needs help, you must offer. You must be willing. And yeah, it's challenging as hell. And it's going to make you walk in your shadows. The only way to get through it is to, the only way to get to the other side is to go through it. So you must walk through your shadows in order to come out in the light. Okay? The ocean. Traverse the oceans of your heart. Be willing to dive to the deepest, darkest depths to find what is your light, your love, your treasure, your siren. However you need to feel your feels, do it. You must feel it to heal it. Okay, the Orphan. This leaves us feeling like we're on our own in a rowboat with nothing and no one. And it's meant to. When we wake up, we realize everyone around us has been lying to themselves and to us, and everybody's sick, and be brave enough to go out on your own. Be brave enough to say, you know what, this didn't work for me, I'm out. Okay? The Ring. The Ring. So making the promise to yourself, making the commitment to yourself to live a happier life. And you can't medicate it away. You can meditate and help process and clear through those emotions and those feelings, but you can't medicate it away. The Bardo, whenever I see Bardo in this deck, I always think of like the storyteller, or that like Bard, like how are they telling the story of your life? So how are you telling your story, like from ancient times? Are you going back and looking at all of your story and saying, yeah, I wasn't proud of that chapter, yet look at how much there was that I learned from and I grew. The empty room. Okay. Can you sit in the empty room by yourself? Can you sit with your shadow? Like, if you want others to love you, do you love you? That is a huge thing I'm seeing. I mean, even with myself, it's like, if I can't spend time, like if I annoy myself, I'm gonna annoy other people. And if I don't want to be with them, that's fine. That happens. But how are you being able to sit by yourself and say, you know what, if they show up, cool. If they don't, cool. The womb. In solitary, we heal ourselves, we build ourselves up, we become fertile with information. We become fertile with what we need to grow. When we are put into solitary, it's like we don't have everybody else's voices telling us what we need, where we need to be, what time we need to be there, who we need to be, who needs to be there. So be willing to sit in that room alone to hear the voice that you need to hear. And that voice sometimes is the voice of like the divine saying, hey, all those people around you were telling you everything that made you feel sick or hurt or sad or scared. So don't allow that solitary or that feeling like an orphan to stop you from living your best life. Okay, Kairos. That is like that ancient, I feel so for this, I feel like Kairos, like Egypt, that ancient, all-knowing, it's older than dirt knowledge. So how are you tapping into that? Don't let the current situation scare you so bad that you don't tap down further into what you know at your soul to be true. The fault line, there's been an event and it's cracked your foundation. It's shook you to the core. So how are you going to progress from that? Are you going to try to get over the fault line within your life? Are you going to traverse next to it? Are you going to travel in the opposite direction? Okay. Kairos popped out, the womb popped out again, and then the king. So the king is finding your authority, finding your love, your light to live your life. And I love that. Feels like the calm before the storm. You know, if you're a parent and it's like the kids are too quiet and you're like, what are they up to? What are they doing? Or when you have animals and you're like, they're being awfully quiet. I've had that happen with my dog. I'll be like, he's being awfully quiet. And then I'll come out and he's gotten like a bag of bread off the counter and chewed through it. And I'm like, yeah. So it's, right now it's that whole, it's calm. But we know the work's coming. So rest, breathe, drink your water, meditate, relax as much as you can. The sword. So the sword is cutting through radically. When I went through my spiritual awakening, and it feels like surgical excision of your heart without anesthesia. Yet how do you need to cut off anything that isn't helping you? The healer comes out. And the healer is, you have your own medicine. You know how to heal yourself. It's integrating the wholeness. Like, I always think when I think Trinity, because on the healer, it always shows 3. like 3 snake heads, 3 dimensions, or I say within the egg. So it's how are you tapping into old wisdom, current wisdom, and new wisdom, or the maiden, the mother, and the crone, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. How do you tap into your healing, your knowledge of all aspects, past, present, and future? Hold on one moment. I can't get that card. Okay. Just kidding. That one's for Badger. I'll get that afterwards. That'll actually be the reading that I need. That one card that fell out after all of this reading. I'll be like, oh, that was the message I needed. That happens so much more than I can admit. I'll go to pick up cards off the floor after reading. I was like, that was a really cool message. Apparently it just meant for me. The stone. Build your life. Build your life off of stability. Be willing to do it. And the siren. Listen to the song of your heart and follow your way home. That is the biggest thing with me as the siren. It's like, how are you listening to your own song? How are you finding your own song? Am I helping you find your own song to know how to get home? The siren has the song that's like you follow, because it's like you're being pulled. And right now we're all being pulled to home. We're all being pulled to our own song to say, how do we get there? And that getting there is going to be working together and collaborating. I love that the siren came out. The next song that came out is The Kiss. Have you been kissed? Have you been called? Did the divine say on your forehead, it's time to come home, kid? It's time to come home, love. Okay? Are you following your heart? Okay. And then the king popped out again. So it's having authority, knowing what you want in your life, and being able to get there. Okay. And the king popped out right in front of Abel. So we'll say that's, we'll be done there. Okay. Can't put that away fully because maybe I have to pick that card up off the floor. All right, I'm gonna come back in a little bit. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, bye.